Hey everyone, I'm Susan Nutowitz with letsfeelexcellent.com, or the YouTube channel by the same name. And I did it after 29 years. I killed my Vitamix, not intentionally killed it, and I will show you what I did and why I think Vitamix is an excellent value and a great company as well. Okay, so this is my old Vitamix right here. You can see behind me, it looks like an antique. It is an antique, actually. It's got the metal container, which they don't give anymore. And what happened to this, I was blending my morning smoothie, and it was going, and nothing was happening in here. And so, I mean, it just stopped happening. So, what happened was, I turned it over, and this little thing was stuck on here, and it came off. And you can kind of see how it has a little, like this tar. I try to get it off. It has this little tar kind of stuff that it was actually stuck on with. And so I was in Ace Hardware, which is my local hardware store here, and I said, what can I glue this back on with, since it was glued? Or, you know, I was going to have a welder friend weld it back on since these are metal. And I called Vitamix to find out what is this tar that they use to stick this on. And they said, you're not going to be able to reattach that, because this little thing attaches to the blades in here. And this is what makes it run with the motor, and so this thing is not going to stay on. Well, they said what we'll do, because I've been talking to them how great this Vitamix was, and I've been using it for 29 years, and that, you know, actually the newer one is much more powerful. You know, I like the lightness of the container. I'm getting used to the height of the container. I remember I got used to the height of this container a long time ago, because the height of the whole machine is pretty big. But I'm getting used to this whole height thing with this container. Otherwise, I love it. It's a lot bigger, but it's a lot more powerful. And what happened was, we were talking, and I said how I would like to get a new one, but I couldn't really do that right now. And she said, well, you know, I'll give it to you on sale, and we'll buy back your old one. Is that great? I love it, you know, because they said, we'll buy back your old one. So basically, I got a brand new Vitamix for $200, and this is the top of the line Vitamix. You know, this is the one they sell for over $500. So I think that's pretty good. And the reason I'm doing this blog is, let me come back over here and I'll talk to you. The reason I'm doing this blog is because so many people say, you know what, I'd like to get into raw food, but I don't want to get a Vitamix. And first of all, if you feel that way, just start eating fruits and vegetables, and just start doing it, and then you will find to get your needs met. Most of us really want to blend, because we want more quantity, and we want an easier way to eat all of that food and process all of that food. So we start blending, and you could start in a regular blender. Just start in a regular blender, and before too long you're going to want one of these, because you're going to want to start doing all the special recipes, and you're going to want the speed, and you're going to want how it just actually liquefies vegetables. I mean, you could put a whole pepper. When I made my Adrenal Builder salad dressing, I put the whole tomatoes in, the whole pepper, and I didn't have to chop anything up. So it saves a lot of time, and it's pretty exciting how it munches all that up. The alfalfa leaves, it just munches all of that up, and you're not going to see any bits and chunks and pieces where I did with the old Vitamix, the old Vitamixer. So for that reason, I think Vitamix is great. Now, people will say, but they're expensive. You know, it's like over $300 for the basic one. And yeah, that is a chunk of change. However, I worked it out because I've had this for 29 years, and we're talking about using it on average at least once a day, sometimes 3 times a day. So, in putting all kinds of things, not only greens, but nuts, and in the old days when I was doing whole foods, I'd put flowers and all kinds of stuff in this machine. A regular blender is not going to do that. So the Vitamix is great for all of that, but the Vitamix lasted me 29 years. So if I get another 29 years out of this, I went and calculated how long a regular blender, even if I was just making smoothies on this kind of healthy living style, even if I was just making smoothies once a day, I would burn out a blender probably in a year. Even if it lasted 2 years, a regular blender, you know, I would be paying thousands to replace all these blenders. I've paid not even $600 for these 2 machines. So I'm going to get at least another 29 years out of this guy, and love it every single day. And then this guy, they're going to give me $100 for it. So I don't know if you can get these anymore. I'm going to send this in, and they're going to do something with it. So they'll probably fix it, and maybe it'll be available as an antique or something. I'm not really sure. Check that out with the Vitamix, Vitamix.com. I hope this was helpful to you, and let me know your comments down below. Please subscribe and hit a thumbs up if this was helpful for you. I'm wishing you an excellent day. I'm Susan Nutowitz. Aloha.